All right, folks, here it is. This is the one I've been working on. I had to borrow $12 from my friend to get this one because it was only $12 on eBay. Shipping was like $8 or something. And I repainted the thing and washed all these. These were covered in crud. And I guess it had gotten water. And as you can see, it turned out pretty good. Got all these cleaned up and shiny. A little heat gun to them, got rid of the scratches. I sanded all this down really well. Of course, it's got dirt on it now. But I got it all cleaned up. These rails were corroded brown almost from being underwater and gook and stuff, so I had to sand them. Then I had to take a little X-Acto knife and clean out these little detail grooves. This one's not working. This one I got working, but I found one of these for $6. Of course, these are a little brown from rust because I guess the water, but I got them oiled up and they work. This thing works electrically and everything. New light bulb. Had to put new wiring on it. And also, I know it's hard to tell, but let's spin this around. This is the inside part. So in here, when the train comes up, it pushes on that spring. You see that spring? Well, that spring was so weak that I put the bigger spring around it by winding it onto here. So that way, because this coupler, there wasn't enough pressure on the coupler to lock it into place. So I got that fixed. And so everything works except for this magnet. And I found one of these for $6. I got it all cleaned up. This was all rusted. Painted it all, got it fixed. And I got some little extra parts. And of course the controller's smashed up on this end. But it'll still work if I clean it up. It's been underwater too. As you can tell, they're in at least a high water environment. And so I can clean that up and make that work. But here's the one that arrived in the mail today. And I ain't done nothing except this little cloth. I broke this on accident, but it's so fragile. And I have replacement ones to fix that. But everything works on this. Someone donated this because they know I hang out and help my mom, and I put the trains up in the basement so she could have something to kind of get her mind off of her, her Alzheimer's. But so people every now and then give me some broken things, and this was supposed to be broken, but I can't find anything broken on it. I've tested, everything works. Now they sent a log loader with it that's busted. Maybe that's what they were talking about in a note. But man, I greatly appreciate it. Anybody wants to send me old Lionel equipment, make sure it ain't worth anything. But I'll fix it up and keep it and run it. I'll probably sell one of these, but this one, I don't know. This one's going to turn out so nice. It's going to look brand new with all the paint job. And I mean, look at that. That's just beautiful. These screws I didn't clean up. I'm going to get new ones. They weren't in there when I fixed it. But I got this railing going. I do have the cap for this. It's just the paint's not dry yet. I don't want to scratch it up down here. But I don't know which one to keep now. But I got to sell one. I can't use two. Unless I build some massive train layout. Now this one, you see how the handrails are here and here. They're kind of very far apart. On this one, I ordered some extra ones. And so I'm going to probably put on this one, they're only like $2 each or something. So I'm probably going to put one in between what would normally be on one. And make it a little easier. And I might use guitar strings so that we don't have to worry about it ever breaking again. So this might be what ends up on here is guitar string. But shoot, I don't know which one to keep. All the controls on this one work fine. I've already hooked it up. Everything in here worked up, nothing busted. There's a little chip maybe right there. That's the only chip I can find out of it. I greatly appreciate this. That made my whole day. And I thought it was just going to be some junk. It ended up being a really nice thing. And of course it's 1950s and it's a big accessory. Most people don't have room for this, but I'll find something. Man, I don't know what to do now. Which one do I keep? When this one gets finished, I was gonna do a whole video on it with all the parts all new, and I still will. But like I said, I'm gonna have more handrails. I'll probably put one, double the handrails coming up, and get that orange magnet fixed. I'm gonna keep the old one and rewind it when I find out how, but I'm gonna go get a new one for $6. Put it on there. Well, they're not new, but they're from an old wrecked one. But this is ready to go. I just need this one magnet and a little bit of time to put the rest of these handrails on. I got a baggie of them. But it's so great to have a perfect one. It's perfect. Even these are not rusted. I mean, check it out. No rust. Look at the one I have to work with. It's like his arm so rusted. But rust don't bother me, you know. Kind of looks like it's been worn. But now this one doesn't seem to have the problem. It has a spring still stiff in it. So this one might have been in some distress somehow. Maybe it got too hot or something. And maybe it was in something that caused this spring to lose its torque. But it's fine, so I greatly appreciate the person that loaned me the money and the person that sent that, man. As y'all know, I'm kind of homebound, taking care of my mom. And this is what I do to keep my sanity. And I'll repair old junk. So send me a message if you got any old Lionel stuff you want to donate to for me to fix and put on my layout. I'll make video of it being fixed and whatever. But that's what we do. All right, back to work.